Hello, and welcome to Recapping with Delora
and Ashley.
Please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Recapping Podcast.
Also, rate, review, and subscribe to our show on your favorite podcast platform. We're on all the things.
We want to hear your thoughts on the movies and shows we review.
Leave us a comment on Apple Podcasts or our YouTube channel, and we will read them during the show.
Or reach out to us on social media. We love talking all things entertainment and pop culture with you.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you.
What's up? What's up? We are back. How's it going, Delora?
Things are going well. How are you?
I'm a little bit jet lagged, like I said. Another work trip that was quick. It's always difficult going when there's time differences and all of that. And for the last few, there's been a time difference. So it's coming back from that, plus my Dramamine hangover that I always have the next day. But it's all good.
Daylight savings time.
Daylight savings time was actually very, very nice. That extra hour, I don't know if anybody else felt it, but I felt it because I woke up at like, let's say 4, 5, 6 time frame. And I was like, oh, right. Let's go ahead and look at that phone clock because that's the one that's correct. Extra hour. It was lovely, but my body's still feeling the drowsiness for today. But it's okay. I've been eating plenty of sugar to try to counteract it for better or for worse. My dentist is not going to be happy with me.
Does that help?
In my mind, I don't know. Physically, I couldn't tell you, but in my mind, I've been eating candy and brownies. So something has to be marinated in there. How was we're going to start off with Halloween adventures, then we'll get into some viewer listener feedback. How was your Halloween, Delora?
You know what? I have to say this by far was the best Halloween ever.
Nice.
I say that because the whole week was crazy busy for me at work. We had like our annual get together week full of activities. And it was great, seeing colleagues that were, work remote and all that. But it was dreadful being in the cold and the rain with all the places we had to go. So Friday was our first reprieve from all that rain. And it was just perfect. It wasn't too cold because believe you me, we have gone out when it was freezing, when it's raining, but it was just right. The moon was out. The kids, it was so funny. We live in a neighborhood where there's these long driveways. And, when she was little, we would walk up every driveway and then walk all the way down. It was like a whole thing. And it's like, now that she's at the age, we're doing it with friends and they're literally running across the lawns. Like, and it was like a whole thing. The parents had boozy drinks in our mugs, thermal mugs. It was a time.
Well, that's how you do Halloween, baby.
I was just like, oh, this is so great. And I think one of the highlights, and you can ask my daughter this, okay? One of our neighbors had hot dogs. He was serving hot dogs and it was legit. You know how we are when it comes to food.
I was going to say, did you eat a hot dog from this person?
I did not, but I felt comfortable with my daughter eating it. He had gloves. The whole operation was very legit. And it was I was so impressed. I was like, I love this so much. So wonderful, wonderful time. Baby girl was Nova from Zombies 4.
You told us on the mic last time, did she love this costume? Did she live her best life in this costume?
She told me that she actually wanted to be a ninja and that this costume was close to a ninja outfit. The only difference is it wasn't fully black. You know what I mean? Shout out to the people who know what I'm talking about with Nova. They are daywalkers, so their outfits were a little bit brighter, but it was a ninja outfit though, technically. So I saw the vision. But what's so funny is it was a popular costume. So we had 2 Novas and a roomie. And
oh, wow.
Yeah, it was cute.
Well, I love to hear it. I know that Halloween is technically for the children, but I love it too, baby. And I went out to Kings Island for the first time in 11 years. And this is the first time I've gone on actual Halloween. And so I thought it was going to be packed. Like, just like many a theme park, they do, the Halloween attractions. This year they had a special attraction with The Conjuring, which was a special pass. It's a 20-minute immersive experience, all this stuff. So did me and one of my friends express passes. We were ready. Get there. No, I mean, when I tell you it was kind of dead, like kind of dead, because I'm
People
assuming
do it
people
leading
were
up
out.
to it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
assuming people were like actually out trick or treating. And then maybe we went early too, because you somebody it wasn't that bad. It was freezing to me being
Oh, was
outside.
it?
Oh, girl, layered
We
up.
we walked the entire day, and that's another thing too. With her being older, we're going to more houses. We're going to more streets within the neighborhood. So it was a whole new experience for sure. But you were freezing.
Yeah, I was cold,
I
but
had
I
whiskey, so
did.
maybe I
Well,
didn't.
yeah,
It didn't
and
hit
that's
me.
funny. I didn't drink anything, but I mean, I say freezing to me. It was like my hands were. I just regret not wearing gloves. My
Got
hands were
it.
freezing. Like I still wore a hoodie and a hat and a bomber jacket and like we and my Timbs. Like we were layered to try to fight the cold, but it was a great time. I mean, again, I haven't done Kings Island in a long time and Halloween Haunt in particular, so I didn't know if it was still the same, gone downhill. There were six houses, there was scare zones, there was the Conjuring, and then there were some shows. So the houses, it kind of started a little slow again, going early. I just feel like maybe the performers weren't 100% giving their all yet. Progressively got better over the night. And then The Conjuring, y'all know I don't do ghosts and demons. So that was the one that I had like bubble guts about. I was like, I don't know what's
And
about to
it's
happen in
based off
here.
of a real
It
story.
I don't and see I didn't even try to think too deep about it. They had an Annabelle doll that one of the people I said I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Don't hand me nothing that even looks like the Annabelle doll up in here.
Period.
I'm not holding nothing. So we
What do
made
I
it
look
through.
like?
We made it through. But yeah, that was the one I was like, all right, we're done. I'm done. This was fun. I'm done. But it was a great time. I mean, even though I'm a little scaredy cat about horror movies, I do love a haunted attraction. So it was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a great Halloween as well. Let us know what you
Yes.
dressed up as. If you did, we'd love to hear and see it.
Yeah, and to my drink in particular, I had decaf coffee and I topped it with some whiskey. It was quite delicious. I
Yeah,
mean,
'tis the
I could
season.
definitely do some Kahlua or some what's the Irish one?
Irish whiskey.
Bailey's.
Yeah. Just be
Yeah.
careful. Some of that stuff will mess up your stomach a little bit, I found, when you start playing with the
Really?
dairy. Yeah. Like I thought I told you before, I was on the white Russian kick for a little bit, thanks to
Oh
Kanye.
no. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I had to set that on down. Had to set that
Oh,
on down.
you're like, we're gonna
Mm-mm.
sunset this.
Yeah, it's not for me. It's not the best on an older stomach.
Mudslides is another one on vacation, especially a beach vacation. But I haven't had any trauma, but I hear you. I'm picking up what you're
Haven't
putting
had any
down.
trauma. Yeah. Especially ladies, don't do that on a date. Listen from my experience. Anyway, let's move on to some feedback we've been getting on YouTube. So, the first one I wanted to shout out was at Sparkling Life Coach. This is my girl D, who I happen to know and love in the podcast community, fellow podcaster.
Hi.
She posted, "Yay!" Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, a couple of emojis. I'm so excited to see y'all on video. I love listening, but there's nothing like seeing the excitement of your topics on your faces. Congrats on your fifth podversary.
Yay.
Thank you again, D. We so appreciate you for listening, for
Thank
giving us
you.
feedback, and
It's
hope you
beautiful.
continue to enjoy. And I look forward to seeing you soon, girl, when I make my next trip. And we also got a comment from at Legion 208. And this was on our Hot Topics episode talking about NSYNC. Legion says, I agree about seeing NSYNC without Justin. I have to say, I lean more to BSB and have seen them plenty of times back in the day and even recently. But I have also seen NSYNC a couple of times too, and I look forward to seeing what they were going to do at every award show. I also love them both for different reasons. Also, as a woman in her 40s, I was down with K-pop. Well, not for the past 5+ years or so because of the choreo and old school R&B feels. Now it's a little too saturated and Americanized for my taste. Saw New Kids on the Block with Paula Abdul last year. Definitely my generation. Saw them with BSB, and I feel it is in my top 5 concerts for me. Thank you so much for the
Thank
feedback.
you.
We love to hear your
Yes.
experiences and what you've been up to and going to see NSYNC and BSB and New Kids on the Block and all these folks, again, as commented, the boy band love never dies. I think it will continue on for us with these, I guess we're calling them legacy acts now. Oof.
It is legacy. I mean, the fact that like Tony
Seasoned.
Braxton is going out on tour with like New
New Edition and Boys to
Edition,
Men, and I think I'm gonna have to
girl,
catch it because I have not
girl.
seen Boys to Men or Tony yet. So I think I'm gonna have to catch it. But yeah, I mean, I think musically, they say what you stop really adopting new music at like 35. And I said, I disagree with that. What I
I
think I don't
don't
take
agree with
on is
that.
new artists really. But when my people that I love come out with new music, I'm front row and center. It's just, I don't know about a lot of these other artists out here.
I
We'll
love
see.
a lot of new music. I think I remember always feeling that way. I'm like, is something wrong with me? Because I'm always looking for like the latest and greatest like artists. Don't get me wrong, I love my nostalgia situation as well. Um, but as y'all know, when it comes to my hidden gems, I'm always, I was on the Olivia Dean bandwagon before she started popping this time around, and her sophomore album is amazing, and I'm happy that she's getting the love that she's getting. But I don't know, I love it. I love all music. So for me, I love it when the new kids are doing it right.
Okay. Thank you again for the commenters. Please keep
Thank
it
you.
coming.
We love comments, we love feedback. We even
Absolutely.
had some testy feedback from our K-pop demon hunters recap, so we want to hear it all. Please and thank
Absolutely.
you.
Keep it cute, but absolutely. All right. So we were talking about our Halloween adventures, and Laura and I were talking before we hopped on the mic about how crazy it is that it is really November out here. Like we are at holiday
It's
season, people.
unreal.
Can you smell the pumpkins? Can you smell the Thanksgiving meals? Because what you got, 20, less than 20 days, I think. So we got to hop into, we talked about it before, some top fives. And we're going to do today our top 5 favorite holiday films. So, Delora, I'm going to let you start it and we'll go back and forth on our list. What is your number 5 for your top favorite holiday films?
All right, Ashley. My number 5. I answered this question the way I wanted to answer it. Okay. It's
Okay.
a three-way tie.
Oh,
Three-way tie.
wow. Okay.
It is between Elf,
Okay. Well, fair.
Last Holiday, and The Family Stone.
Okay. 2 of those we've recapped.
We have. And it's so funny because when I tell you my top ones, you're going to be like, of course, because y'all recapped it already. But I mean, shout out to us being around for 5 years, right?
Exactly. Exactly. All right. My number 5 is The Family Man. Nicolas
Ooh,
Cage,
yes.
Taya Leone.
Shout out to Don Cheadle. He was a young actor then,
Don
too.
Cheadle. was doing his thing
He
because he is
was.
one of the most memorable parts of that film, even though his appearance is so brief. And this movie is one that I like. Let me say for my entire top five, I have to watch these films every year. That's
It's a
why they're in my
must.
top five. This
Yes.
one, it's a mixture of like humor, but also so much heart. Like, there's a
Yes.
particular scene where he is in this new life and he gets emotional seeing the version of him that exists in this timeline. And every
Hmm.
time he gets choked up, I get choked up
I
while I'm
Nicolas
watching this
Cage,
movie.
he's had some wacky things happen, but I've enjoyed his work.
He is a fantastic actor.
Actor.
Face Off
Absolutely.
is in my top 10 best action films
So
of all
good. It's
time.
so good. I
Cut
mean,
it out. Cut it out.
I actually liked him in it was like a scary movie too. I think it was like The Wicker Man or something.
Oh, yeah. He was in a recent horror film too, I know, but also Gone in 60 Seconds. Like, shut it down,
Con
Nicholas.
Air.
Yeah, shut
Thank
it down
you very
in
much.
his action
Yes.
bag. All right, let's get back
Hmm.
to this list. What is your number four top favorite holiday film?
My number four is the live action How the Grinch Stole Christmas,
Okay, fair.
starring the Jim Carrey. So here's the deal. Okay. The first time I saw this movie, I was terrified. Jim Carrey and those yellow eyes, swore he was possessed. Speaking of Halloween, I'm like, this ain't right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But obviously, I've watched it a million times since. And shout out to Faith Hill and that epic song, Where Are You Christmas? Like, that was a hit back in the day. It's so good. And I still laugh at it because Jim Carrey is a comedic genius. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And also, like, it humanized the Grinch so much
Mm-hmm.
as a character.
Oh, we love okay. A what do they call it, Ashley? Is escaping me now. The past scenes, like the
A flashback.
a flashback,
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. And my guy was
When
bullied.
he
So
was bullied by the mayor of Whoville.
we gotta,
Okay.
we got it's the same way we gonna end up saying about Wicked. We gotta stop this false narrative. We've been bamboozled as children.
Bamboozled because of the media. You got to be mindful of how the story is
Propaganda.
told. Yes.
Propaganda. All right. My number
No one
four,
mourns the wicked.
my number four this Christmas, baby. Cast, legendary, music. Come on, Chris Brown. I love and absolutely have to watch this black classic every single holiday. And watching Regina King whoop that man while he slips on baby oil will never get old for me.
I mean, it was satisfying for sure.
Pushing that Escalade off the cliff, yes. But also the family togetherness. Again, the cast is iconic. It's a black classic for me. So this Christmas number four. What you got for number three?
Number three, I have the Santa Claus.
Okay, the Santa Claus is making your list. All right.
It is. It is because I think it's also like I used to watch it every year. Now my daughter joins in on the fun. That that like his bedroom when Judy makes him that hot chocolate is so magical, whimsical. Like I want to be there. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely. That is the
oh,
ideal Santa's workshop that Disney should have replicated a long
yes,
time ago. We talked about this
exactly.
during the recap. It's like, where is the Disney experience of the Santa Claus set at?
They will
Especially
make
this
so
time of
much
year
money for
where I would
Christmas.
fly back to Orlando. to go see this. Are you kidding me? It's not too late, Disney. Are you listening? It's not too late.
And people are complicated. We don't fuck with Tim Allen like that no more. But
Yeah,
movie iconic. And then growing up, it meant a lot. He was from Detroit. He used to rep Detroit. It holds a special place in my heart.
absolutely. Charlie. Love Charlie. All right. My number three, Home Alone 2. Absolutely. Home Alone 2 is with a bang my number three. It could have arguably been higher if the top two weren't just solidified. But the reason why Home Alone 2 is over Home Alone original is not necessarily just that it's better. It's just I relate it more to the adventure of it and him stepping outside of his home and having to, New York City felt so intimidating as a kid. And you got Kevin
Yeah.
navigating not just the crazy adults coming after him, but also like, what is this city? And just to see the intelligence and the way he was able to get by. Like Kevin was an icon out here for children. And it's Macaulay
Independence.
Culkin in one of his most classic iconic roles, and you have the toy shop and you have the crazy bird lady who ends up being
Yeah.
lovely. And it's just, it
Shout
is
out to pigeons. Pigeons
not shout
are
out to pigeons.
yeah.
It is, it
I
is
recently learned about pigeons being actually quite intelligent, and I feel bad.
sure.
I feel bad for them.
I mean that sure.
Bad
Okay.
for the reputation that they have. That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't think anyone ever said they're dumb. That doesn't mean you're not a nuisance. So there you go. But it's not to me, it's not just an iconic holiday film, it's an actual iconic film. So Home Alone 2, Lost in New York is my number three. We are in the top two.
We
What you
are
got for number two?
number two, Home Alone.
OG.
That rendition of Carol of the Bells is my standard. Like Carol of the Bells, if y'all don't know, now you do, is my all-time favorite Christmas song. I actually learned how to play the clarinet because I wanted to play Carol of the Bells. Shout out to Mr. McAllister, Brandon's father, friend of the pod. He was my music teacher. He taught me music for years. Okay, so shout out to him. But that house as an adult also is like, how much money do you make to live in that house with that many children?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
And to pay for your entire family to go to France, en français, Paris. What?
And then having freeloaders, because some of them was freeloading.
Okay,
The one
uncle,
uncle,
the ball, what?
yep,
Exactly.
freeloading.
Exactly.
He didn't want to pay for nothing.
I feel like we'll never see those times again. Like,
Yep. And they was in Chicago. Like Chicago ain't cheap.
Chicago.
And shout out to John Candy. May he rest in peace.
Yes, Shadow. He played a clarinet too. Okay, see, full circle. Um, Catherine O'Hara, like legend.
Yes.
I mean, MJ, cardboard. Like it's
Yeah.
just so
And Michael Jordan.
90s.
Yeah.
It's so 90s. And
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Okay. Strong. Number two for me, which number one and number two can flip depending on the year, but my number one, y'all know what it is because we already talked about it and have recapped it. Number two, arguably also number one, is The Preacher's Wife, baby.
Of course. Of course.
Whitney Houston,
Why can't
Denzel
we find it
Washington.
anywhere on
You know
streaming?
what? And this may be the first year that we're going to do a recap that may not be available for everybody on streaming because we have to do
We really
a
do.
recap of The Preacher's Wife. Love y'all. Mean it. If you don't have it on DVD, if you can't find it for free somewhere, if you haven't watched it in these last 50, 11 years, I don't know what to tell you
That
because
soundtrack alone.
the soundtrack, the fact that even though about to call her Halle Berry, even though Whitney Houston was married, we was rooting for Dudley, baby. At least I was.
What was it? I think that was the first time we ever rooted for like an
An
affair,
affair.
and then shortly after that was Scandal. Like,
I mean, especially again, the iconic scene in the bar.
yeah,
You got
yeah,
you got this moment with Whitney where again, it's like we as the audience know this is Whitney Houston, but everybody's about to have their socks blown off by this woman.
and this is
Oh,
Pete Denzel, like flying Denzel. Denzel
it's
been fine for
crazy.
like 5 decades, obviously, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Denzel
He's
at his best, his most magnanimous.
yes,
The essence was essencing. Yes. The preacher's wife.
that
Little Jeremiah.
joy to the world.
Girl, shut it down. When I tell y'all shut it down,
That
oh,
chorus,
oh my
that
God.
choir.
Mm, mm. Can't wait to watch. Can't wait. All right, let's move on, Julor. What's your number one Christmas film? If it's not this, I'm shocked.
My number one Christmas film is The Holiday.
Ah,
The Holiday. We have recapped it. This brings me so much joy. Like, this is like when the rom coms in the early 2000s did it right. Like, I wanted to be in LA. I wanted to be in that little cottage in England. Sometimes I think I daydream about that cottage because I'm like, what if I just like get off the grid
is
and
Jude
live
Law in it?
with his slutty little glasses? Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, I actually saw this. I don't know if I posted it on our social media or not. I'm surprised if I hadn't though. But it was just something like tis the season of Jude Law in glasses or something like that. It tickled me so much. But anyway, the both romances were beautiful. Kate Winslet is my girl. Catherine Diaz was in her bag. I mean, Jack Black had the charisma that made you be like, okay, I see it. Like, go.
Absolutely. Again, comedians, it's
He
a
can get
different
it.
category. It's a different category. They know what they're doing.
They're doing. That's why their girls are always hot. Um,
Check out the recap of the holiday.
please do. And again, Jude Law as the widower. I mean, he out here crying. I'm like, and I think we've talked about this before. Jude Law has been beautiful his entire life, but for me, I never really got it until this role for me. And obviously, he's grown up to be like just still gorgeous, but doing more like grittier characters and stuff. But
I think
it
this is the
was
role where he felt like a man. Like he's always been like
yeah.
boyishly handsome. In this film,
Oh, that's a good
he was a
point.
man.
Yeah, loved it. Loved it. And then they end again, speaking of music, with the Aretha Franklin song.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so good.
Yep. Yep. I considered going into a career as a movie trailer producer after watching
Yes.
that. So not never too late.
Never too late.
My number one, shocker, double feature of our number ones, the Santa Claus. This movie captured my heart and has never let me go. Okay? The humor of it, the nostalgia of it. I can quote this movie. I can fall asleep, wake up, still reciting this movie. It is the film that it will not feel like Christmas if I don't watch it truly. And that's why
It
it's
doesn't
still
feel
my
old.
number one. No,
Yes.
it's because that like it's such a classic, right? And to your point, like it's fantastical still. You, even as an adult, want to go into this world. You want to experience this. It wasn't like it poked fun at itself, but it wasn't offensive to
Yeah.
me in terms of the humor that made it like not live iconically and be able to like keep going. I just, man, I love the Santa Claus. Like love the
Yes.
Santa Claus as a film. So well done because y'all got me and y'all haven't let me loose yet. So,
Oh, and I like to I have two honorable mentions, even though my number five was like three films, but I had a hard time. I'll Be Home for Christmas.
mm,
Now, do I love this movie? No, but do I love what it represented for me in my youth with my ridiculous crush on JTT? If y'all don't know who JTT is, y'all look it up on Google, okay? No, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Swore I was going to marry that boy. Me along with half of the millennial girls, but this was like him growing up, you know what I mean? And he wasn't some like cute little boy. He was a teenager and
mm-hmm.
had this whole movie and it was super cute. And girl, speaking of black classics, Best Man Holiday. The only reason why I did not make the list is because I think I cried way too much in that movie.
Yeah.
And
Mm-mm.
it was done so well. I mean, talk about a great sequel though. You know what I mean? Fantastic sequel, absolutely heartbreaking. But sometimes I do feel like it's necessary to have those type of heart-wrenching moments in even in your Christmas movies because this is this time of year is always rough. Like, I don't know. We look at celebrities, there's a lot of deaths that happen towards the end of the year. And I don't somebody on social media recently mentioned like it's the season of mourning. And I'm like, and then like in the South, people would say like some people aren't meant to make it to the next year type of deal. I was like, oof, oof.
Sheesh.
Anyway, way too heavy. But anyway, uh Best Man Holiday, wonderful follow-up, beautiful story. But it's not in my top five because it tore me up. Okay. But Black Classic, so have to mention it.
All right. Well, guys, let us know your top five favorite holiday films. Again, 'tis the season. I was realizing there aren't a lot of great Thanksgiving films in my mind, but
I
I'm
have a
sure
favorite.
there are some out there that people will list. So,
My favorite would be Adam Family 2. When
well, I saw that
Wednesday,
in lists and I get it for the iconic monologue she had, but I don't watch it thinking of it that way. Like I get it, but I don't
yeah.
watch it thinking of it that way. So,
Mhm.
but I feel like Christmas is just more fun. So that's why people get all the Christmas films in there. But anyway, let's move on to our headlines of the day. We have a couple. First one, I just wanted to make mention because I thought it was interesting the fact that there's a new Mummy film that is in the works apparently after 50, 11 years at this point. Both Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz are ready to step back into their iconic roles. I I mean, the last one was back in 2008. So, what are we doing now? Is kind of my thought about it. Like, I'm not opposed, but
Wait,
it was just one of
what
those
was it them?
franchises.
Were they in 2008? Yeah, there was because they
Yes.
went to Asia. That's right.
Yeah. What are we doing? Like, is it a reboot? Is
It's
it a
giving their children are
continuation?
taking the mantle or something.
Yeah. Because I mean, like, again, I'm not opposed to it. It's just like sometimes I think when I first saw the headline, what I thought was like, sometimes it's okay to just like let things lie instead of trying to reboot the past.
So 26 years later, right? Significant amount of time. I absolutely adore these films so much. Like I again, early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, these adventure films. And speaking of Nicolas Cage again, of course, National Treasure. Loved all those movies because I
Mm-hmm.
was a AP American history buff person. So for me, it was like, yes, I love all of that. Oh, to be young, uh, not know all the juicy bits of history. Um, but I'm happy Brendan Fraser's getting a check, so I'm here for it.
I mean, that's
Uh,
facts. I'm
and
happy for
then
both of them.
I need my my boo to also come out. What was his name? Arth Bay or something. I don't know how to pronounce this man's name from the movie. He was part of the secret society that was supposed to keep the
Mm-hmm.
mummy safe. And he had the
Yep.
thing, the swigglies on the face.
Yep.
So fine. I remember being so young, being like, "That's a beautiful man." Like his
Yeah.
luscious locks. Oh my
I
god.
wonder if The Rock's gonna try to find a way to make
Oh,
his way back in.
he had
Scorpion
like
King.
3 lines in Scorpion King. By the way, that
It
was his
was
first
some
movie.
it was some
It
not
was a
very
baby.
good CGI at the time
Agreed.
too. I
It was not
recall.
great. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see what they do. Love and action adventure. Like I said, sometimes I just think some things may be best left where they were, but get this check, get this money. We'll see what happens. Let's move on to our next headline. Michelle Obama has released a new book called The Look. It is about her many beautiful fashion choices and fashion moments that she had during her time as the first lady of these United States from 2009 to 2017. She has talked about the fact that, what she wore was really symbolic of a lot of things. She talked about the fact that she wanted to have inclusion, diversity, opportunity as a part of this curation of her wardrobe and how much that meant to her and how much fashion in and of itself means to her. Delora, I know you and I both love Michelle Obama. Are you
Michelle
excited
Obama.
to get this as your next coffee table book read?
1000%. She knew exactly what she was doing. Okay. Especially releasing this around the holiday season. Now, I don't know about this holiday season because we got a new administration and the way things are going is very rough. Excuse me. But I cannot wait. So, one of the things that I loved about her book Becoming, she talked about how clothes played a role and um especially this is why I love them. I love the Obamas. I love Michelle Obama. She was such a dynamic first lady because she was very aware. She was very intentional. Um, you know, she couldn't wear all the high designers clothes because then, people don't we live in America. America hates an uppity Negro, right? So she was out here wearing J. Crew. I bet you she was she was like J. Crew who? J. Crew dresses black people? No, but um I love though that as time went on though, she became more comfortable um with her hair and with her clothes. So I'm happy to see that evolution. The other piece that I was gonna say, girl, you remember when they made a big deal that she showed her arms in her
Mm-hmm.
very first official White House photo. I'm like,
Absolutely. I
she
remember it
has
as much as
toned
I remember the
arms.
the the tan suit that
And
everybody wanted to
to think
discuss.
those were things that people were ranting and were raving about. And we have a current administration that is literally bulldozing the freaking White House. Um, so I cannot wait. I want to talk about a couple of my favorite looks of all time by Mrs. Obama while she was in office. The very first one is, of course, two are from inauguration. I have a total of three. Two is from inauguration. So the very first is the Isabel Toledo green dress. Um, this is iconic because obviously President Obama was sworn in, and once they got closer to the White House, they literally got off the car and started waving. Like I've never seen anything like that in my life. What a time to be alive. I personally bought green gloves after she debuted these. This is the first time I actually was influenced by a first lady. And
Uh,
I had my green gloves. You could tell me
and what
nothing.
one to be influenced by? I mean,
I know
set such a standard.
such a standard. Oh, gosh, hope. Remember that?
Mm.
Okay. Um,
Yes, I have his inauguration speech on a big picture that I have that I just haven't even wanted to put up in a long time because I'm so
oh,
sad. So, anyway, go ahead.
her Jason Wu dress, uh, the one shoulder white silk chiffon gown for the very first inauguration. I thought this was a choice because it did give bridal to me, especially during their first dance. But again, still gorgeous. Absolutely loved it. And this is like the shut her down moment, like shut them down when Michelle Obama wore this rose gold Versace dress. Can I tell you something? Okay, I'm keeping it 1,000 with y'all. Okay, um, the way First Lady Michelle Obama dressed in her time in office, her I didn't realize that she had a booty on her. Like I was not, I think it was like this one picture. It was Essence. It was like their final like magazine cover while they were in office. And I was like, Michelle has been hiding that this entire time. I was not ready. Okay. And I say that because with this Versace dress, it's giving all the shapeliness and the color is phenomenal on her. Her hair is fantastic. I'm telling you, my absolute favorite look of all time is that look. So it was actually on my vision board at a time because she looked so glamorous. So I
Love
can't wait for the
that.
book.
I think the outfit that always pops up in my mind, and it's not a ball gown or anything like that, but it was so beautiful, so effortless, so chic to me, and it put this designer on the map, was that Sergio Hudson purple
Yes.
ensemble, the pant, the high-waisted
Yes.
pant, the turtleneck, the purple trench. I
She gonna
mean,
have that in the book?
I would hope so. I would hope
Okay.
so. It was
I
Joe
remember that
Biden's
too.
inauguration.
It was. And
I
that
would hope
hair, that
she
hair.
looked, yeah, the flip, I mean, it was chef's kiss. And again,
Yes.
I was not familiar with this designer until this look, and it
Yes.
just blew me away. Like
Yep.
it's effortlessly chic, and that's my favorite type of style. Like the fit,
Yep.
everything was just like that. That's like probably my favorite look that it like comes to mind that I can remember her in. And obviously now she's able to fully embrace exactly what she wants because she's talked about not doing braids while she was in office, and now we see her in braids all the time. And I say while she was
Yes.
in office because yes, they were in office, but while they were serving these United States. And
Yes.
so now I just love the freedom she has of
Me
expression
too.
in her hair and in her wardrobe and in every
The
area of
hoops.
life. Some
Yes.
hoops, baby. And y'all know I love me a good hoop.
Yes.
So, this is my favorite era that she's in currently because like, I still have to steal some of her braid styles, but
Yes.
I'm looking forward to seeing this book as well. Like I've been doing audiobooks for a while, and I know there is some commentary that I read from her makeup artist and from her longtime stylist, which is great, and her hairstylist, which is great. So this may be a double. I got to listen to the audiobook and get the actual hard copy book. We'll see. But I love the Obamas. So
Same.
nice. Appreciate it, Michelle. Let's move on. Speaking of fashion, Olivier is leaving Balmain
Mm-hmm.
after 14 years as the creative director. He took over at the age of 24,
That's crazy.
made history. He is now 40 and is stepping away as the creative director of Balmain. I was not familiar with this brand like that before Olivier. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
know any other version outside of his vision and his iconic moments, his relationships with celebrities that have helped to continue to catapult this brand as well.
Yes.
I don't know what this man is about to do next, but obviously it's going to be something incredible
Yes,
to
he's
continue his legacy.
immensely talented.
Yes. Yes.
I love Olivier. He has such a sweet spirit, and like he's been, like you said, been doing this for years now. I think it's so funny because he did utilize the Kardashians during their peak keeping up with the Kardashian fame.
Yes, he sure
Um,
did.
but he's also responsible for like one of the most iconic covers. There was like Iman and Rihanna and Naomi Campbell on a cover, all wearing Balmain for, I believe it was W Magazine. I mean, chef's kiss. Okay.
Yeah.
This is back in 2014. And then you can't talk about Balmain without talking about Beyonce. Okay. Um, Beachella, he designed the entire thing. So,
Oh, man. I
you
don't know
know,
what they're
it's
going to do
so,
without this man.
girl,
Like, I don't know.
girl,
Like I said, I don't know
seriously.
a version of this fashion house without him. Like, in 14 years, he like has monumentally helped their revenue during his time there. First black person to serve as an executive director across all categories at a fringe fashion house. I don't,
Yes.
sir, I don't know what you're going to do next, but do your
I'm
thing.
ready.
Like,
I'm
do
ready.
your thing. If you can take this fashion house and make it, like, put it on the map in this type of way, I can only imagine what he's going to do if he decides to step out with his own major brand. Like,
Absolutely.
what a legacy to leave here and also use that springboard to whatever is next.
And then more recently, he did Tyla's Met Gala look when
Yeah. There's like the
the
sandy.
sands of time or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. Yeah,
Couldn't Doesn't look like she could breathe, but she looked fabulous
she did. He ultimately cut her,
out of
cut
it.
the bottom, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because again, it's a piece, it's a statement piece, but it's not
Yeah,
functional. It's not functional.
no.
But
But I was
man,
taught very young, beauty knows no pain.
I
Beauty knows
mean,
no pain. No, my mom told me that we didn't necessarily prescribe to it,
I
but
was gonna say,
it
I
is a
mean,
thing that
I will do
exists.
a lot for the sake of a look, but not to the level some of these. I mean, if I was a celebrity, maybe. But as an everyday person, I'm not even buying red bottoms because I'm walking around where? Where am I going? You know? So
For who, right?
for whom, baby? For whom? So, congratulations, Olivier. That's an incredible career you had there. And we're super excited to see what you do next, Room for Everybody Black. Okay.
Always.
Let's move on to our hot topic of the day. When this was
Yes.
announced, I had to go back and listen to our episode from last year because I was like, we absolutely called this. Like,
I
whoever
know
is
we did.
continuing to listen to our podcast, give us some credit. Put us in the
Oracles.
liner notes because
Period.
we call this last year when y'all chose John Krasinski as the sexiest man alive. We said Jonathan Bailey is
Is
right
right
here
there. Right
at the
here.
start of a banner year. So here we are, 2025, people's sexiest man alive. They have redeemed themselves in our eyes. Jonathan Bailey. There you go. And they know what they doing. They put on the site, we know we nailed it. Okay.
First of all, they haven't gotten this right in a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, this is perfection in terms of coming off of a major Jurassic World movie.
Relevancy,
Wicked Part 2,
attractiveness.
actually hot. Like, wait. universally hot because he's a queer man. Like, absolutely. Jonathan Bailey is, I call him my cutie, my bae, because we're gonna be best friends one day.
He was
I see
making
it in the
straight
future.
women jealous, kissing on Scarlett Johansson on those Jurassic Rebirth red carpets, which, by the way, I watched the film over the weekend.
How was it?
I enjoyed it. I
Did
enjoyed
you?
it. And I
Dave
haven't
and I are gonna
watched
watch it.
a Jurassic Park film in a long time. So it made me go back and rewatch the one before that. And that one was trash. So I'm glad they rebooted.
Garbage.
I'm glad
That's
they
why.
rebooted with this.
So I'm glad you say that because that's why I've been hesitant for this one because I'm
Yeah,
like,
that
I
last
did
one
not
was
enjoy that last one
awful. Awful
because I'm
before
like, why are we
this.
doing this again?
It was just
Um,
so like convoluted with the plot. It was slow. I was like, is this a dinosaur movie or is this humans featuring dinosaurs? Like what is the point? What are we doing? Who cares? Who cares? But the rebirth, very good. And those slutty little glasses.
Shout out to Blakely. Um, I I love Jonathan Bailey so much. Shout out to Bridgerton. Okay. Season 2, one of the best seasons. You are the bane of my existence and the object of all of my desires. Absolutely, sir. I I love him. He has chemistry with everyone and is very convincing. I love how that he also gives props. Like when the media is trying to take off with slutty little glasses, he's like, "No, this is Blakely off of the
Yes.
internet. He
Yes.
started this." I'm like, "Yes." And then we recently talked about him. Like if you could pick anybody to do a invite to a dinner party, he invited Kiki, and I'm like, taste,
Yes.
taste,
Yes.
sir. So
Absolutely.
this brings me so much joy. Okay, so I do have to ask you this question now.
Mhm.
Is he having the run that we thought reggae was gonna have?
That's an interesting question. I can't say that I got too invested in reggae because it felt like he got a little too in his head too fast about everything.
Yeah,
Like,
I think he was like, "Oh my goodness, this is too much attention, and I don't want to be known for this."
but not even,
I,
it's like, it felt like he was very serious about his career, which is not a bad thing, but it was just
no,
like, I struggle with people who kind of turn their nose up at the thing that gives them their shot. And so I get your career was, you probably were thought you were on this major trajectory. Your agent, whoever else is like, yo, this was great, but let's get into film. Let's do, but don't put the cart before the horse. Like I almost have that Ryan Seacrest mentality. He told Nene Leakes years ago, like, don't ever say no to that check that you was getting from Real Housewives that like got you to where you are. Like at least stick
mm,
around for season 2, see
yeah,
how things were gonna go because you just again, you're an actor. You just don't know. You just don't know.
yeah, that's true. And obviously, and I say that because Bridgerton is such a huge show
Yeah.
that to me, of course, it was going to be the jumping off point for the male and female actors and actresses. And I feel like Jonathan Bailey is definitely the largest. I think he's even surpassed Phoebe right now in terms of like popularity.
Absolute. I wouldn't say maybe. Absolutely. He has
But
definitely become the star of that
yes,
cast.
yes.
Absolutely.
But I just say that to say, um, you know, I think he was always very gracious in whenever he talks about Bridgerton. And to be fair, his character is also super pivotal. And so I think in some ways, if you know about the story, it makes sense that he's more invested because he's featured throughout the series, whereas Reggae's character isn't. But to your point, I'm sure Bridgerton was gonna write that man in if he had stayed.
Absolutely. And yes, I mean he
So
becomes the man of the house and he is a Bridgerton, so I get it.
yeah,
But again, to me it felt like Reggae was like, all right, that's cool, that's cute. I gave y'all a season. I got better things to do over here. And that's a choice. And that
it is.
choice is for better or worse going to impact your career. And so to me, it would have made sense to at least stick around for a season two. You and Phoebe could have been together, da da da, da, and then still worked on some of your other projects and seen how the trajectory went. So no, I can't say that I felt like his career was going to be super white hot because I just didn't know. But you know whose is?
Yeah.
Aaron Pierre. Because I was thinking like when this
That's
came,
next year.
I was like,
That's
Aaron
next year.
Pierre is
Yep.
now that Jonathan Bailey in line of like, this is
Yes.
absolutely
Oh my
your
goodness. Are the British taking
time.
over?
I
Oh my
mean, fine, because the
I know.
Americans ain't. Oh, I don't know.
Because America right now, America got a problem.
America, America, America. Yeah,
Shout out
go
to
ahead
people
and
who
give
get
it to
our
them.
references too, because
Go ahead and give it to them.
we got so many layers going at you.
Yeah.
This makes me so happy. I love every single picture that they have because again, obviously, you know, like I said, that post tickled me so much. It was like I needed this, and it's like Jonathan Bailey being the sexiest man.
This is such a totally different combo than we had last year. By the way, when I told you I had to go back and listen to the
I'm
episode,
gonna have to listen to us
listen, we talked for a full like 15 minutes, like
trying to make it make
alive,
sense.
alive,
Ever.
alive.
Oh, and really quick, I love what Bailey Blakely said. He was like, I'm so happy they finally picked, the first queer person to have this title. He was like, it makes sense because we take better care of ourselves.
Hotties, hotties out here.
And then there's a long list. I mean, shout out to the men who came before Jonathan Bailey. What's that dude's name? Matthew, with the gorgeous eyes. I'm gonna kick myself for not remembering this mess. But anyway, this brought me so much joy, and I feel like are we experiencing a turn? Because like with this, I'm not trying to be dramatic, but with this brought me so much joy. And then the recent elections, shout out to everyone who voted this week. I'm like, oh, are we gonna see the light at the end of this tunnel?
I don't think so. I wouldn't, not to be a downer. I don't think it is beautiful to see that there is still some fight in us, but I don't want to get too enthusiastic at the moment. So
No, I get it. I
I'll
get
keep
it.
my wits about me. But yes, there is a beauty to seeing some fight and seeing some opportunity. That's for sure.
Rays of light
Yeah.
in these dark, dark, dark times.
Yeah.
And who I was talking about was Matt Bomber. Gorgeous, gorgeous
Oh,
man.
absolutely, absolutely. I want to say to people, I'm glad you're doing this. I hope you can keep up this momentum for the future because this was a winner, baby. Y'all
This is a
did
winner. And they don't
good.
seem like they're scared of their decision either,
Y'all did
because
good.
they did so good.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so cute. He's so
Shout out
cute.
to the Wicked cast for their cute video they
Yeah.
did showing him love. Like, I wish
Yes.
I could have been on that Wicked set.
I know. It looks like they had a blast. And
Serious
oh,
FOMO.
it's a Dunkin' Donut freaking commercial,
I
but
saw it.
him, that is the most entertaining commercial I've ever seen in a I mean, I was invested.
Where's the Super Bowl money for that one then? That sounds like it should have been Super Bowl halftime.
Actually, I was like, how much did they pay these people to do this? Like, what? I was like, I don't even think about Dunkin' Donuts.
Right. Right. Okay.
So good.
Well, Jonathan, enjoy this moment, baby. You deserve it. You've earned it.
Yes.
Live your best life out here, you sexy, sexy man. Okay.
Yes.
Delora, that's it. That's all. What are we recapping for next week?
We are doing a throwback. And you know what I love about this selection is it's like in season. I forgot in the movie that it was in fall. I'm talking about the 2002 rom-com Sweet Home Alabama, starring the Reese Witherspoon. Iconic love trio, kind of love triangle
You got
ish.
McDreamy in there. You got Josh in there. I mean,
Yep,
sure. Sure, sure, sure. I mean, I still quote the film,
me
particularly
too.
that last little line. So,
The last line, it
guys,
was the first line. Why you want to marry me?
well,
So I can,
that's not the one I quote, but that's a
oh,
quotable line. That's not the
oh,
one I
I
quote.
quote this one all the time. So I can kiss you anytime I want.
Yeah, that's not the one I quote. I've quoted the one I quote on the pod before, but I'll save it for the actual
Okay.
recap. So, guys, if you have not seen Sweet Home Alabama, I don't know where you've been, but please feel free to check it out so you can
No
join
clue.
us for this discussion. Thank you so much for watching, for listening. We appreciate you. Please share this episode with everybody you know. We will be back, but in the meantime, as always, be blessed.
Bye.